Welcome to Tarot Master Key. My name is Toby. I am your guide to unlocking your destiny. Alright, so I just wanted to go over my feelings because I've been feeling kind of emotional today. And I'm kind of wondering, why do I feel emotional? I noticed I was watching some tarot videos about family members betraying you, and you know, it hits home because it's just resonating so well. I've been having dreams about family members, even step family members or people that I just grew up with, or aunts and uncles that I grew up with. And it's just so weird how they keep popping up in my dreams, and I keep seeing them, and I'm like, why are their secrets being revealed to me? What is the purpose? I'm not around these people. I have no connection with them now. Right now, my life has been very isolated, and I have no interaction with them. So I'm like, all right, what's the reason? What's the point? Why do I keep dreaming of them? And the tarot readings are just telling me that they never had the best interest for you. They always wanted to take from you but never wanted to give to you. And I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely right. And I always knew that. And I'm aware of that. That's why they're not in my life, that's why I don't treasure them as family. But it's but why? Why do they keep appearing in my dreams? What's the purpose? What's the reason? There must be more to it. There must be something deep inside, rooted or hidden, that needs to be revealed. So straight up, we got wands, and wands. That's potential. And then there's me. I could see this as me as a younger age and what they expected from me. I know that they expected me to be sort of just like them, empty on the inside, cruel, wicked. And when I say cruel and wicked, I don't mean in a cool way. I mean in a way that's self-centered, or the only person that's important is yourself and, everyone in your family, but you kind of have to give up your life for them almost. It felt like. But I never appreciated that energy, and I never wanted it. I always refused to take part in their beliefs. I was always aware. So that's why I'm spirit, catch up. I already know these things. Are you guys just realizing this? What's the reason? Is something going to happen in the future? I don't care. There's nothing there. No significant value. Six of Cups reversed, so already we have these sixes, and that's a 12, so spending one half of my time in the Antelope Valley and then my other half over here, so you could kind of already see I'm being split apart between different families, and they're all taking from me my spiritual inheritance and wealth. Okay, we've already made that clear. We already know that. Let's see what else there is. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and Three of Wands. So Seven of Pentacles is saying that I'm very fertile ground. I'm I know how to nurture the world. I know how to bring it to life. Okay, and I don't need confirmations. I don't need an ego boost. I don't need somebody to tell me what I already know. Seven of Wands. I guess they expected more from me, and they wanted me to be a part of this family dynamic. That they still think of me. What's the point? Why would you think of me? I don't talk to you. I don't think of you. I don't look at you. I have no interest in being part of your family. So what's the point? Why is there this bond? What is this, spirit? Is there something there that you believe that I can that I need to witness, that I need to realize, so I can make sure that they never enter my life again? Is that necessary? I already know. Why do you keep bringing them? Why do you keep bringing these stories into my life? I need to know. Are you trying to help me heal? Because I don't need healing. Three of Hearts reversed, King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and Five of Swords. So this is kind of me already knowing all the information. I'm already grounded. Is it the ancestors that need help? Do you need help in the spirit realm to come to terms with the fact that your children are horrible people? That the fact that they're thieves and liars, that they are ungrateful, that they're unnecessary in this world, and that you never noticed this? Like, what is going on? Like, are you shocked? Are you ancestors shocked that your children are monsters? I don't believe it. I can't believe it. You must have seen this coming. Were you guys not aware? Were you guys not awakened? Were you not what's the dealio? I have noticed I've been getting a lot of sevens in rows. So I guess I'm pretty lucky, but that's not true. It's not about luck. It has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with, are you paying attention? And for me, I feel like knocking down the spirits, like telling them, were you paying attention? Were you paying attention to your grandchildren? Were you paying attention to your son and your daughter, how they were going to grow up? Did you realize that they were going to be ungrateful? Did you realize that they were going to be monsters? Like I saw that the minute I met these people. I already knew, like, oh, I don't want you in my life, and I don't expect you to be there forever. So ancestors, I'm not getting a message. I feel like you're expecting me to pull out the words when I know you have them inside of you, and you just don't want to speak up. You're being it's almost as if I'm seeing everything unfold, and it's like, yeah, I told you, like, I already know these things. I already knew your kids were disgusting. I already knew that there was something wrong with them. Like, why do you think I cut them out of my life? Why do you think I don't appreciate them? Like they have no value in my world. So I'm seeing, like, big families. I'm seeing a lot of energy, growing up, past experiences. Me noticing that these people were just wicked. Like, they're not... I could turn this... Like, I could take their water and purify and cleanse it and create a better world for myself, but it involves me destroying them and Xing them out. And it's kind of like, come on, spirits, do your fucking job. Like, seriously, like, if your ancestors and your guardians, why aren't you doing your job? Why do I have to do it? Why do I have to put all the work into it? You guys can't make stuff happen because it's not working. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for anybody. And I think you're getting the hit back for it, and you're trying to just have me help you for everything that there is, and it's not going to work like that. But let's keep going, because I want to get these feelings out. I want to understand them. Yeah, so you could definitely see this as, like, my interactions with them, and then the ancestors watching and thinking everything's fine. Oh yeah, that's normal, that's okay. But me, I'm just like, all right, I see what you guys are doing. Like, I'm not dumb, I'm not unaware. I know you're sneaky. I know you're I know you like to steal. I know you guys like to pretend, and that you guys don't trust you don't really trust the family dynamic. Wow, I didn't even notice that I put this Knight of Pentacles down. That's really scary. So far, Pentacles, but this one's in reverse as well. This looks like men, so, like, men in the family. Even, like, the grandfathers are looking like, wow, like, this is some corrupt stuff. Like, this is very interesting, because a lot of dads and fathers have been coming to me in the dreams and talking to me, and I'm not even happy with them. I'm like, you're horrible, ancestors. When the time comes, I'm going to make sure you guys go to hell. Like, I have no remorse or mercy for you. And then Two of Wands. This is... I always get this dueling energy when I see it. Like, even when you're a kid, you can see yourself fighting other people with sticks or something, you know? It's like a primitive way of, like, seeing things, and it's almost saying as well, like, this was so basic to notice, so basic to see, that they were stealing from me all this energy, and then for what? Like, what's the purpose? Like, it's kind of like when you grow up and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be a good person for God, and then everybody else is like, oh yeah, me too, but they don't. They do bad, they do wrong, they do evil, they do unjustful things. And you grow up and you're like, okay, I did everything right. And then you turn back and everybody's ahead of you. Everybody's past you. They're all living great lives. Living in sin, and you're over here, like, innocent as hell. So I guess, good guys do finish last, right? But that's the energy I'm getting from it. Seven of Swords. So I'm also understanding, like, all right, the ancestors they don't have that much weight, like, they're a lot weaker than I thought, and it's me who has more of the power, who has what they're always looking towards. Like, oh, what do you think, Toby? What do you think? What's gonna go happen? What's gonna do this? Like, because I would always be right. I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, and then it ends up happening, and I'm just like, I know, like, because you guys are so predictable. But it's, like, also showing that the ancestors have no value in the spirit realm. literally, when I'm dreaming in the spirit realm, in the astral realm, I pay for everything. I pay for other spirits to get things. Like, I'll pay for like my grandfather's stuff. I'll pay for everyone's stuff in the dream world. They won't have a car, and I'll give them a car. They won't have a house, I'll give them a house. Like, I give them things in the astral realm, and I'm like, who am I? In real life, I could never do that. Why am I doing this in the astral realm for you guys? Seven of Swords is like being vocal and critical. I'm kind of getting this energy that they feel like backstabbed, or they're just thinking like, how could you say this about us? Like, no, I can say anything I want, because at the end of the day, you guys aren't like speaking to me directly. I have to pull your teeth to be like, all right, what's gonna happen? What's this? What's next? And all you guys want is shrimp. Like, come on. Like, I have dreams where they ask for shrimp, and I'm like, here's a shrimp, and I give them buffets of food, and they gorge it all down. Ghosts are so strange, because it's like they're in the spirit realm, yet they get hungry, they get tired, and I can feel it as well with them. Like, I'll be hungry or tired, and I know that they get exhausted as well. But it's like, what did you expect? You have ungrateful people in your family, and you put all your focus and treasures into them instead of me, like the person that was the most important piece. Like, you guys were just using me, and I don't say I allowed it, because I'm like looking into the distance, because I see a different future for myself, and I was taking my magic with me, but they were always following. They were always following me, always trying to take my magic, always trying to take my energy, always praying to me. So I guess at the end of the day, while I was accomplishing things, the ancestors were watching from behind the scenes, and like giving their secrets and tips to the rest of the family, like, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, this is how you do this is how you do that, this is how you pray to God, this is how you get your prayers answered, etc. Oh, like, you're going through these problems, he has the answers, you guys can just, snip it in here and there. No, it's really unacceptable. But you can see the kings are upright, so that's just saying straight up from the bottom, like from the fact that my ideas are more of higher value than theirs. Even if this is an ace, these guys are still like, sure, they always say like an ace is trumps, but it's just like a one pentacle. But this is like a king, and he's seeing it more like the value of it. He can utilize the tools instead of just having it right in front of him. Alright, cool. So King of Swords reverse is Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and Three of Swords. This is their way of saying, like, not everything you do is perfect, not everything you do is right. And I never said that I was perfect or I do everything right, but I do try my best, and I always face the obstacles ahead of me. I used to value my family because I thought they were brave, but it turns out they were bigger cowards. And then the minute that they have everything, they become like subservient, they become compliant, and it becomes easy to live in this world where you can have sin right at your fingertip and just enjoy whatever it is that you desire. And I feel like what they're trying to say is like, like they're always trying to put me down or trying to hurt me, but I always take the higher road. Even if they think that they're better than me, I'm always still a step ahead of them, and I still always win, and I see the value in my own self. But what's the point? What's the purpose? Like, if you're not my family, so why do you think that you have to be in my dreams? Why do you think about me? You're not gonna be in somebody's dreams unless you think about them. Like, I can go for a whole year or years without thinking about certain people in my family, and they'll pop up in my dreams asking for advice. And then I see, like, or somebody in my family will tell me, like, oh, this is what happened, that's what happened. I already know. They came to me in my dreams. They already asked those questions. Like, what's the reason? Like, there has to be a reason. Like, what is this bond? Are you guys like trying to like steal my ideas? Like, I don't get it. What it's like you're praying to God, but at the end of the day you're like, F you God, and you pray to Satan or something. Like, something stupid like that. Like, come on. Like, don't you guys have any sense of mind? It seems to me like they don't. I feel like they feel separated. They feel like they're not part of the family, but they like to steal. Like, they're like your neighbors that watch you from the front of your window, always watching what you're doing, and you're just like, can you not like spy on me? Can you not fucking be a nosy ass bastard? And then you got this Ace of Swords, and it's kind of like, it's like I have so much to say, but I never really say it. I always keep my tongue shut, so you see the sword put away. But and you can also notice that there's pentacles around it, so it's always chipping at the earth, and it's never making a dent. So it's like trying to talk to, I'm gonna just say it, like mentally ill people that don't understand a single word you're saying. Like you can talk to a mentally incompetent person over and over again, but they're not gonna understand you. You have to like physically tell them like this is what's going on, or you can't even tell them because they still won't know because they're just not there in the head. And I feel that's what these people are. They're just dead in the head, and they're just like they don't care. They only see all these resources that I have and all this energy and fire and passion, and they just want to like keep taking from my fire. And it's like, whoa, hold up, like can you guys back up? Like you can almost see this as like the sun card almost, or the emperor, yes, but yet the sun is what grows these plants. It's what grows the rods. It's this fire energy. That's why it's a rod. It's frustrating. Two of Cups reversed, and Four of Wands. This is kind of telling me like, do you even feel regret or like remorse, or like do you feel anything at all for them? And no, I don't. I don't feel anything whatsoever. Like I don't feel sorry for them. When I see them in the dreams, I attack them. I'm like, get out of here. You're like you're taking up too much space. You're taking up too much life. Like there's no point for you. And I hope that this message goes clear to the spirits so that they know like don't let them in my dreams. Don't even bother like coming into my dreams and acting like your family or you have a message for me, because you don't. I have things that I could be focusing on, like higher aspirations, but you're over here weighing me down with your nonsense. And this is that critical energy. It's like, you want a piece of my mind, I'll give you a piece of my mind. Like I feel like it's unfair because I can do like so many rituals, I could do magic, I could do all these things that I invest my time in, but I have to speak it into existence. I have to mention it. I have to say it. It's like, it's so strange. It's like, okay, yes, you're talking to these dead in the mind people, but the ancestors are just the same. And then like to top it off, like they don't understand a hint. They don't understand writing. You have to tell them, like right now, like how I'm telling you, like I'm telling you have to speak to the ancestors and the ghosts, and you have to tell them what's going on. That's why people that talk so much get everything they want. And here I am, the person that doesn't like to talk at all, and I don't get nothing because I keep my mouth shut. Like they said, if you keep your mouth closed, you don't get fed. Six of Swords. Now the spirits are feeling trapped. Like, okay, now we're the enemy. Yes, you all have always been the enemy. Like, you're not my ancestors. I don't need you. King of Cups. And this is me saying their like telling them like, no, I know what love is, and you guys aren't love. Like when I see my grandfather, I tell him I miss him. But it's like, that's the only person I would see in my dreams that I would even consider an ancestor or a relative or somebody of importance, because he actually put in the work to take care of me growing up. The rest of these people, like this side of the family or that side of the family, you don't belong. Like you're not even part of this family. You're not a Moreno. You're not one of me. And even then, I still don't like the other ones. Like the other Morenos are insignificant. The only ones that mattered were just me and my sister and my grandpa. That's it. Final. Not even my dad has a place in this. So it's like, there's no point in thinking that you guys have any like weight or hold down onto my readings, onto my path or my destiny. Who do you think you are? And I'm kind of happy that I get to talk about this right now, because it's just, it needs to be said. The ancestors need to hear it. They need to hear this critical judgment. Like, this is my chance to battle them with words, and nothing but love for me. Like, look at that. I get love. And the ancestors are just over there crying and weeping. Like, why can't you just accept us? Like, because you're fake. Why would I accept something that's fake? No value whatsoever. Page of Cups. Three of Swords. Page of Swords reversed, and then Five of Hearts reversed. So I keep saying my cousins, and I'm just going to say what their last name is because it doesn't freaking matter. Nobody watches these videos anyways. They're Gonzalez's. And for me, I feel like they're like distant cousins or distant family, just step family. Like I grew up with them, sure, but the things that they think and the way that they live is uncompromisable to this. Like, my values growing up in this world were so high that when I come down here, all I see is a mess. Like, all I see is disasters. And I feel like there's this battle, and they're like, there's this thing that's like saying like a division between us. Almost like, no, I know what my family's worth. And my family isn't a giant family. It's not a whole bunch of kids. It's not a whole bunch of aunts and uncles. It's not all these fake people that you have to pretend that you like. That's never been who I am. I'll never tell an aunt or an uncle like, oh, you're the best, like, you're great, you're amazing, and lie to them. I would just be like I just wouldn't talk to them, or I wouldn't be around them. And even the ones that I was around with, it still doesn't matter because I look at them and I'm like, you're still fake. Like, no matter what, like, you'll never understand what it means to, I guess, in a way, like, to be admired for being someone good. And sure, they try their best. I know they do, but at the end of the day, it's like you're still fake. Like, you can do so many good things, but if you have no, like, no love and joy in your heart, then it's just fake. And that's all I see is just misery. They're just miserable people, and it's like, do you want me to figure out how to fix your misery? Because I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'd rather you just disappear. And this is like me, like, revealing my heart and my true intentions. But why do my cousins think that they have a place in it? They don't have a place in my life. They're not gonna ever be there to help me. They're never there to rescue me. They're not there to protect me or defend me. They're just there, like, to be people you speak to every now and then and you see in your life every now and then. That doesn't make sense. That's not a relative or an ancestor. That's not family. Page of Wands, Knight of Cups, Four of Hearts, and Five of Wands. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this guy. He's like, I'm gonna keep away from them. I don't want to be around them. This is like me, like I'm better than this. I know where I'm gonna put my investments. I know where I'm gonna grow, and I'll put it in myself so I can grow spiritually, because I'm like, I know no one else is gonna help me fill up this cup. I have to do it myself. I have to water these plants. I have to grow myself. None of these people are ever gonna be in my life to do that for me. They're not gonna be there to provide me anything. This is like wasted time and energy. Like, they're just like taking. Like, it's like I have a lake and I have a huge farm that I have to water, but everybody takes it to their farm, and their farms are huge too, but they never share or they never help me out with anything. And the minute that they do help, it's like, you really think, like, those moments I feel that they did help. This could be like a past, like looking back at the past, and like the moments that they help, I was grateful for them, but I did notice the whole time I was like, this is fake. This is so wrong. Like, this is kind of like punishment. Like, it's kind of like they want you to feel like you need them, or that that they deserve this, that they like to see people miserable, that they want to see you suffer, so that way you have somebody to rely on. No way, I'm not gonna rely on you. Shoot, heck no. No, thank you. There's no. I wouldn't even take help from like an ordinary person. Why would I take help from you? But no one ever matches my standards or reaches them, and I think that's where this comes from. Like, you can't fill my cup. You guys have no purpose. That's why, like, when I have exes, I'm like, all right, like, it's a trial. It's to see if you can handle the storm, the rage that I have in my heart. And no, you don't match it. You guys don't match the energy. You can't. You have no value. Like, you have. When I say value, I'm talking about virtue and honor. All I see is like just pettiness and weakness, and sure, there are times, like, even in the dream world, there'll be times where I see my weakness, but I think it's me just seeing it from their perspective, and then eventually it becomes so tedious that I end up, I don't want to say becoming like them, but it's easier for my energy to like match theirs, and I'm like, that's not who I am. Like, it's like they want me to be something that I'm not, and I don't understand it. It's like, where does this come from? Like, what makes you think that you could ever have a part of my life? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Four of Diamond, King of Swords, Eight of Swords. So just being critical about love and like telling it straightforward, like how it is, almost like ripping a fruit off a tree, and it's like it looks like something that could be painful for the tree, but it's not. It's like taking off that burden. And it's like, here, like, I'm giving you guys answers. You guys want to hear reasons? You guys want to hear excuses? I can give you guys excuses. I worked on them my whole life. Seven of Wands, King of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Ace of Swords. So this is death energy. What this is telling me is, like, my magic is almost, it's like fueled. It's fire, but it's like so perfectly in sync with destiny and life right now. It's as if I don't see what's really happening. Like I said, I don't talk to them. I don't even like invest my time into them. But what the cards are telling me is they're suffering more than I realize, and the death energy is like they're literally watching me pluck them off my tree and throwing them away. Like, your fruit aren't good enough for me. Like, I might as well destroy that whole tree while I'm at it. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth keeping alive. It's like somebody trying to keep their dynasty or legacy alive, and it's like, oh no, not in my garden. So Ace of Diamonds, Three of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Eight of Hearts. So yes, definitely that 8 energy is coming through. So it's people that want to, like, it's like these people want to live forever. When I was younger, I did have this idea, like, I was sort of like Orochimaru. Like, I wasn't afraid of death, but I was like, I want to live forever so I can experience everything I want in life. But as I got older, I was like, what is there to experience? Only lies and deceit and hate and distrust and just this ugly world. And now all I can think about is just destroying it. Like, that's the only thing that brings me satisfaction, when I see people lose their lives, and it brings me joy. And I don't care what anyone says. I'm not a nice person. I'm not going to be a nice person. I'm not going to be this peace giver, like Native American peacemaker. Like, no thank you. Like, I know I'm Native American. I know I have the spirits with me, but I'm not going to be like, oh, if you believe in all the tribes, you have like love and faith. No, I don't believe in any of the tribes. I believe they're all worthless as well. But this Ace of Diamonds is like me standing resolute in all this information and not being able to be swayed or persuaded into seeing their perspective. Like, no, I'm not gonna see life from your way. There was a set rules when life started, when we all came to life. There are rules we all have to follow, and you guys followed none of them. And instead, you guys were sleeping around doing all these nasty things, and you guys think you have a place in my home. Like, no, like, there's in my future, you don't exist. You never existed, even from the get-go. So why would you even bother? That's like this Three of Wand energy. Like, your value is nothing to me, and I'm gonna blow you away. Like, there's nothing there for me to worry about. But again, this is critical energy, and it's death energy. It's like a war, a battle. And it's like, okay, how are you gonna make a battle with your own ancestors and family members, and these people that supposedly helped you growing up? And how are you gonna turn your back against them? Okay, and what can I possibly offer them? What, kindness? A little bit of kindness. Here's a little bit of kindness. Enjoy. Oh, you want to live and have a big family? Enjoy. Like, no way. Not if I have power. Not if I have anything to say. I won't let it happen. Eight of Hearts is me having more love for death, for a rebirth and a renewal. So it's almost like saying, like I said, it brings me more joy to see you be destroyed than see you living. I'd rather see you gone. I'd rather see you suffer. And to be honest, I'd rather see you suffer and just disappear, like not have any existence on this earth. And yes, it's critical. Yes, it's evil, and it's unfortunate, but at least you have somebody that's going to make sure that you go to hell, you know? Like, somebody that's not going to lie for you. At least there's somebody there, right? Like, that thinks that way. Because you wouldn't want everyone to be like having your back and, like, you know, trying to save you. You need an enemy, right? Queen of Rods, Knight of Rods. So we'll just say clubs. Queen of Clubs, Knight of Clubs, Three of Swords, and Four of Hearts. Alright, so this is my energy. I can kind of see them, like, trying to speak to this energy. Like I feel like they think they know me. Like, everybody tries to think, like, they try to think that they know me. Like, what is it? What is it? The Three of Swords, Four of Wands. It's like they're trying to, like, beg, but, like, their begging is so pathetic and inferior. It's like, it's not doing anything for me. It's like, okay, if the tree was growing and you're only giving it 1 drop a day, like, that's not good enough. Like, that's nothing. That's not an excuse. King of Diamonds, Ten of Swords. So I'm definitely getting this, like, fatherly energy, like, trying to explain themselves. Like, I'm telling you, in the dream world, they'll just come to me explaining themselves, exposing their secrets. They're still living in those secrets. They're still living that lie. And I'm just like, just be clean. Just be honest about it. But, like, and do you have to tell me in my dreams? Can't you just tell me in real life? Or is it that hard to admit your secrets? But it really is, honestly. It really is hard to admit your secrets. Nine of Swords and Ten of Diamonds. So this is like this like opposition. They're like nothing we do is good enough for you. Nothing we say will ever make a difference. No, it won't. I don't know what to tell you. It's like like what honestly, I think what you really have to do is pay me out if you really want it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I see you guys have all this money, all this joy in your life, all this wealth, all this abundance. But I think you guys think you're better than me or something, right? Six of Wands. Five of Hearts. So usually when I see Five of Hearts, I also see death. Nine of Hearts. And then Two of Swords. So this is kind of me like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not like, haha, this is amazing for me. No. If anything, I'm more disappointed. Like, all right, if when I see them in my dreams, I'm like, again, really? Like, oh my god, you have to be kidding me. And I feel like my dreams are trying to prepare me for something. Like, they're like just don't give in to them. Like, they're gonna beg and they're gonna cry. Like, it's gonna be like the end of the world kind of thing, and I'm just gonna be like with God standing next to him, and he's gonna be like, should I let this person in heaven? And I'm gonna be like, nah, you shouldn't. Send him to hell. And he'll do it. This is that energy, and this is what I've been getting from the dreams every single time. Like, everybody's begging to like survive the apocalypse. No, you're not going to. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not. That's the astral realm. These are your thoughts, but these aren't reality. If it was reality, it'd be different. If I saw you come up to me and offer me a gift and be like, please forgive me, and then I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll think about it. You did bring me a cake or something nice, you know? But even then, it's still not going to be good enough. That's what I'm getting here. Like, the Six of Wands, like, come on, pathetic. And then Nine of Clubs, it's like you're trying to always, like, bargain with me, and it's not going to work. It's like, even if you paid full price, you're still not going to get into heaven. Come on, people. Like, I'd rather see a war. Come on, like, I'd rather see opposition. I'd rather see death. I'd rather see chaos and suffering. Give me something to feed off of. I don't know. Eight of Diamonds, Seven of Diamonds. So this looks like, for me, like, I really want money. But I want more stability. I want a castle. I want land. I want the fruits of my labor. And my grandma the other day, she was like, oh, you should go to work if you want a castle. And I'm like, going to work is not going to get you a castle. What's going to get me as a castle is when I start destroying everyone and everyone starts realizing how powerful I am. Queen of Hearts, Six of Diamonds. This is like telling me almost like, you know where your safety and security is. You know your value. You know your worth. And these humans are never going to give you that. They will never try to give you your dream, your land, your castle, your inheritance. They will never worship you for what you truly are. Nine of Diamonds. I see more profit off of their own destruction and death. Three of Hearts. This is like saying, like, I'd rather have a small family. I'd rather have a few people that I actually love than a whole bunch of rats running around a house. Nine of Diamonds is, I'm kind of saying, like, there an importance of certain men in my family. And I'm not saying, like, cousins or uncles. I'm saying more of, like, a nephew, or it's very little. It's like not a lot. It's like I value more of a family that grows up knowing values and honor and knowing what it is like, and actually going through the trials and succeeding and overcoming them. I know a lot of times I hate when these dreams happen, but it's like, I don't want to say you get seduced, but you live out a lie. So, like, somebody's lying about you or making rumors about you, and you experience it, and you're just like, why did I do that? Like, I would never do that in real life. I've never done that before. Why would I do that in the dream? It's because they're talking about you. You're seeing it from their perspective, this lie that they made about you, that you're enjoying this, and it's not true. So it's kind of showing me, like there's, in moments like that in the dream where you do something wrong like that, and then that opportunity comes to you in real life and you don't do it, it just shows that you're better than that. It shows that you're better than what people say you are. And I'm like done with people lying. It's like, I don't care. Like, I never even cared about them talking about me in the first place. But the ancestors of the dream world feels like it's relevant to my path. So be it. Then what is the purpose, you know? But then we got this Ace of Wands. And like I said, it needs to be talked about. Even in the, like, let's say when I'm talking to the ancestors, they all gather together like a, and not just my ancestors, other people's ancestors, because I'll be, literally, I won't know a person, and then I'll talk to them, and then I know everything about them and their family, and it's so strange. It's like, oh yeah, your ancestors came and talked to me before. They like to congregate with me, and that's what I'm getting with this, is this congregation. It's like a forest where they all come through the trees, and I'm just sitting there, and they're like telling me everything about their families, everything of what's going wrong, what's their problems. and I'll see them in the dream world. So this is just that connection. Two of Diamonds. I'm kind of getting this Temperance feeling from here. This looks sad, like a Knight of Hearts, and then Five of Swords, and then the Fool. So what I'm getting from this is people that have lied throughout their lives, people that wanted children and that wanted kids and wanted to raise families, and I'm at the precipice or at the cliff, and I'm just watching them, and I'm just like Mr. Burns, like looking at them like, oh, how am I going to destroy you next? And I could see them suffering, like, oh, like, I'm going to make sure that they get put through hell and they go to hell. I'm going to make sure that they don't go to heaven. I'm going to make sure that they don't belong there. I'm going to make sure that they never have a chance. Like, this generation and every generation after it, you guys aren't going to heaven. Trust me, none of you are. I don't care, oh, if you're the best dad in the world, you're not going to heaven. I won't let you. I won't accept it. You're not worthy. I'm telling you, I have a lot of weight. I don't care what anyone says. People will be like, really? Like, how could you say that? I even have friends sometimes, they're just like, they just look at me and they're like, you're right. Like, they can't even argue with it, because it's like, it's not about being right. It's like they see the powers, they see the spirit. But definitely, I want you to know that I hate you. I hate a lot of you men. I hate a lot of you young people that think that you're somebody, that you can have a big family, that you can have a house and a mansion and live this glorious life and have a Tesla and think that you can get away with that. Like, no, that's a blasphemy against God. I don't know if I put the 7 there, but whatever. 4 of Swords, Ace of Hearts, 3 of Diamonds, 10 of Hearts. So yeah. I feel like this does tie in with the blasphemy part. So it's kind of saying like be grateful for what you have. No, they were never. No, none of you are grateful for what you have. You're not, like, because if you were grateful for what you have, you wouldn't be going for the next best thing. You wouldn't be trying to advance yourselves into this civilization that doesn't exist. This I want to call it like an antichrist apocalyptic lifestyle. Like, when you were younger, you would never worship the devil, and then now you are. I don't understand it. It's like you were so easily seduced, and the funniest part was, like, growing up, I was never like that, but I knew better. Like, I was always the hero archetype, and then finally when I became a villain, I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can do it, and I could turn them all to the dark side, and I was like, look how easy that was. But every time they try to do that to me, they try to offer me bad things, I never accepted it. So this just shows you, like, this is that evil archetype. So it's almost like God, the devil, and then almost like this Lilith figure. But it's also saying, like, I can command those spirits. I could command that energy. And I see, like, what I'm capable of. But I feel like one problem is, where's that power? Where's that energy? Where's that strike of terror, that fear? Queen of Diamonds, the Fool, 6 of Hearts, 5 of Wands. So this goes into that powerless energy. So I feel like I know I have all this power, but I'm stuck. I'm like stuck in this castle that I can't escape. And I think a lot of it has to do with not talking. Like I said, I'm a Gemini. I need to speak. If I don't speak, then nothing changes. So if they wanted to throw me in prison, but that would probably go against their it would probably be a disadvantage to them, because I would definitely be speaking to a lot of people. You cannot not talk to people there. But since I'm always isolated, I always keep everything to myself. But it's like this Fool energy is like telling me, like, look, you can't speak, you can't move, you can't breathe. They have you trapped inside this world where you're isolated, where you don't belong with this family, you don't belong with that family, you don't belong with these people. And because of that, I'm isolated. But I have so much potential, and everyone always looks to me for, like, answers or what they need. Even when they pray, I swear to you, they will come to me in my dreams and ask me questions like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And they'll show me their problems. And I'm just like, really? Is that what I am? I'm a battery? Am I a resource to you guys? Am I a cave that you mine out of for diamonds? Like, what is going on here? Like, I get it. You guys are greedy. You guys don't like to do your own work. And then you have me do everything for you. And then at the end of the day, when I need to get stuff done, it doesn't get done because I can't even focus on myself because I have to fix everyone else's problems. But it's really annoying when you're literally that powerful in the spirit realm. Everybody begs for your energy. So 4 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, 2 of Wands, and 7 of Hearts. So this is kind of telling me, like, like the spirits, I don't want to say they get bored, but people do become entranced. I notice when I talk to people about these kind of things, they literally go dumbfounded. Their brain goes dumb. They go deaf. They just black out. Like I'll talk to people, and I'll just use my sister as an example. One time I told her some very like powerful things, and she just looked at me blank stared, and she's like, I didn't hear a single thing you said. And I was like, wow, like that's when I realized, like, it's true, they don't understand. It's like, it's almost as if they're robotic in a sense, where they're programmed not to understand um like higher intelligence. So it's like when God is speaking of some sorts, they don't hear it. They just go numb. They go dead in the brain, and they don't exist. It's really strange stuff that I've noticed. But that goes into that like boring energy. But even like normal humans, like we'll use you as an example. I'll be speaking to you, and then you're just like, I don't believe a word he says, or I don't understand it, or I don't even comprehend it. Or they like to oppose it. So they'll be like, you're not this, you're not that, but they always copy me. And I'm like, I don't understand. Why? Okay, so if I'm not that important, why are you still copying me? Why do you still use my ideas? Why do you still use... So I'll come up with this cool idea, like I'm a demon lord, and I'm taking over the world, and I have this like persona. Everybody goes and takes it. I shiz you not. Even there's times where I'm like, okay, I'll dress up like a girl, I'll do all these things. They copy me. I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, they won't pay attention to me, but they'll copy me. And it's like, so, it doesn't make sense. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like if there was a devil, he definitely won in that aspect of being able to control humans so easily seduced by any means necessary. 5 of diamonds, 6 of swords, 2 of hearts, 7 of swords. This is just more conflict. This is people feeling... when they do hear stuff like this, though, I have noticed they go very suicidal. They get very depressed. They get very emotional, and they break. And I'm over here just enjoying the show, like, really? Like, did a 5 of diamonds really beat a 6 of swords and a 7 of swords? Did my words really hurt you that much? Yes, they do. And then this is the final card, which will be the King of Hearts. So at the end of the day, it's just goes to show you who you really love is me. Like, you love me. You love to copy me. You love to hear me talk. You love to hear... you like to take everything from me, and you love to see me suffer because it makes you feel like you're significant in this world, that you have value. It's like when people say, like, oh, I don't worship God because he wants me to be his slave. Duh. Who do you think created you? Who do you think made you? Who do you think is giving you everything you want in your life? It's ridiculous how humans think. That's why I don't consider myself human. And I don't consider myself to be on anyone's intelligence level. Not even Elon Musk, not any moderator, no one. No one has my intelligence level. You guys do not compare. Even the smartest know-it-all or asshole or troll knows everything. Like, for me, it's like, it's not about knowing anything, really. It's just about nothing, really. It really is about nothing. At the end of the day, it's not about anything. But it's so funny how I'm still the king at the end of the day. I'm still the owner of your soul. I'm still the one that makes you live or die. And I hope you do suffer. I hope you perish, and I hope you go to hell. I don't even hope it. I know it. I know it. I know it's going to happen. It's just taking time, and I just need to be able to speak about it. I need to be able to be vocal about it, and I need to accept it. And you need to accept it as well, and you need to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. Yippee-ki-yo-yay. Enjoy, have a great life. Try your best to escape. It makes the hunt so much more satisfying at the end of the day. All right, have a great day. Bye.